Pulsechain is pumping. Yes, it is, baby dolls. I have some updates to bring for you. The Pulsechain ecosystem is nicely swooping off the floor. We're looking at 10 to 20% ranges for the past day across everything. But yeah, man, they really are off the floor. So let's go through everything because there's a lot to cover today, amongst many other things. So this is the PLS price chart, friends. You can see that. I mean, we came literally back down to near the corrupt SEC lows. I know everybody, I know what we want to do, man. You want to put on like a 1 hour chart and you're like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. I know, friends. Yes. I can just easily draw stuff like this. You go plus 38%. That's beautiful to see. But if you just put it to some perspective, okay, this is the weekly chart. We still need quite a pump to actually get it back to just where we were before. And by the way, like we're still 2x away from day one sack. So yes, just to put things into perspective now. Before I go into ratios, I'll just quickly show you everything else. All the price charts look the same. Here is the PulseX price chart. Want to know something interesting, right? See, PulseX, friends, did not go back to this exact floor that PLS did, okay? So PLS came back around here. This is up here. Now, I know this distance doesn't look like much, okay? It doesn't look like much. However, you can pretty much attribute this distance, probably, I think, to the fact that the PulseX buy and burn has been working the whole time. So you had a lot of buying and burning of all the altcoin, all the activities up here, everything up here, and they create a nice floor. So thank you very much to the Pulsechain meme coins, altcoins, and everything else flourishing on the ecosystem. Of course, they all having price pullbacks, which we'll check right now. Pullbacks, right? Pullbacks. Bone crushing volatility. That's the whole game of crypto. Now we have HEX, friends. HEX has to be the chosen one from the start. But now, of course, we're still looking at these low prices. We really need this to go back above 5 cents. Like, it's not even a joke. Of course, friends, get ready for Richard Hart to start tweeting that HEX has made a new all-time high once it hits 3 cents. All right, we have a long way to go, but we can get there. Just to let you know, information asymmetry. For people who don't know, there's 170,000 Ethereum sitting in a wallet out there at 10K ETH. You got 1.7 billion. That's billion with a B. PHEX, friends. HEX from Pulsechain only has about 10 million on the ask side of liquidity. So using the Uniswap formula, you can calculate that you just need about an insertion of like, $90 million, and you can pretty much thrash it up 100x, $90 to $100 million. That brings it up to 60 to 70 cents. Now, obviously, once again, friends, when I say that assumes no sales, when I say that, I've noticed a few of you get triggered. Just a few people. I don't know why. I'll play some pump music for them, okay? They get really triggered when I say that. I'm not saying that from the perspective of it's not going to happen, as in like people won't click sell. I'm just informing people like, most people don't know that there is a Uniswap formula. People don't know how these markets work. Like there are ratios in these things set. There's a method you can just calculate what the price will be if you insert a certain amount of money. And that's how we get these big giant moves. However, of course, yes, there's going to be positive momentum and then anti-momentum stuff, which is people taking profit. Hex movie, Mikey, the house seller in the HEX movie, his average price is 41 cents from up there. That's what's quoted in the movie. Now, of course, everyone says, yeah, Mike is okay. Okay, yeah, Mike is okay for me and you, but what about the millions of people who might watch the movie in the future? That's something to think about. Combined HEX, friends, this is a monthly chart. Combined HEX hopefully does like this little bull candle here. We need this to finally flip green. I mean, it's not even 1 cent, man. It's so low after 3 years. There's a long way to go. Of course, incentive tokens, same thing as well as everything else. It's all, friends, same charts. We need everything to flush back up. But now I'm going to actually quickly show you these ratios, friends. Obviously, PulseX, the pulse ratio, this is phenomenal. This is huge, man. 0.54. This is huge, man. Are we going to see parity? No one's ever seen anything like that before. Don't worry if you're like, if you're in the PulseX yield farm, friends, you don't have to worry about the impermanent loss because you'll only lose like 5 or 6%. And that's nothing because if you go and check the actual farms, the ink yield you're earning in that scenario, the ink yield you're earning will more than make up for it. And I'm going to show you the PulseX yield farms as well. If everybody is interested, you have them here. You see that, friends? The HEX, the Pulse ink farm, you're earning 27%. That's obviously for the year. That's the APR. PulseX, the Pulse, 13%. See, this is 13%. So yes, like pretty much what it means is, see this 13% part. If PulseX doubles against Pulse, so if that ratio from today, if it goes up to here, all right, you don't have to worry because you can actually go to the impermanent loss calculator and you can see how many coins you lose. And what I'm going to do now is show you the impermanent loss calculator. You can just look this up. So Asset price one. So you're assuming one of the assets moves up a 2x. So you write 100 here. And the other one hasn't moved at all. See these friends, you only lose 5.7% of your coins. But you've made like 14%. You go. So basically, if PulseX doubles here, just telling you now. So this is another way to look at it. If PulseX to Pulse ratio goes up here, all right, you've lost like 5.5 months of yield because you've lost an amount of tokens. You actually lost tokens, but then you've made it back in ink. But it's cost you 5 months of time. And I just want to stress to you as well, like, you don't have to worry about this part. You really, really don't, because this is impermanent loss, friends. It's so small. They're the lowest risk of the ecosystem. They're not low risk in terms of like absolute low risk. They're just relatively low risk than everything else because they're liquidity bonded. It's big as DEX, both owned by Richard, both going to be bought by the PulseX Sack Daddy wallet as well, most likely, as it has before. So that's what you get. So you don't get. So even this amazing case where PulseX doubles against Pulse from here and hits parity, yes, there was some impermanent loss, but you're earning ink along the way. You don't really care. You don't really notice. Trust me, most people won't really notice. You're not going to know because ultimately at the end of the day, a lot of this chaotic randomness of these numbers and people rotating stuff around, you're just hoping to make it there at the end of the day. Like, you don't really care. Like, okay, did you make a, like, I'm hoping, did you make a 50x or a 54x at the end of the day? Even that's a 10% difference, you're not really even going to know that. And a lot of people, they'll even tell me like, man, they were about to click sell many, many times. They've said, thank you for your videos. I was going to click sell the whole time. Now we came back to the lower price. They're like, oh, I wish I did click sell, but you know what it is, friends. A lot of people were going to click sell, and whatever it takes just to keep you earning something, to feel like you're getting something for participating. But I know, man, markets are tough, friends. They do this big, long, rangy, volatile stuff for a long time, and then absolutely shoot up. That's what you're all praying for. You're praying for that shoot up part. Now, Icosa, friends, remember, Icosa is leverage on HEX, and it's beautiful to see. It did a 28% pop. Remember, this is I'm going to show you the Icosa to HEX ratio. Now, this is Icosa itself, USD price, all right, making a floor. But if you click up the top right, we'll see Icosa HEX ratio, and it's done this very nice floor. That's actually beautiful to see. It's still in this box zone. So, man, if it goes up to 50, friends, with a ceiling, it's a 5x on your HEX. So just to let you know, not financial advice, don't know if it is. I'm just telling you, Icosa is like, it's basically the HEX, the first derivative of HEX meme coin, altcoin, okay? No, it's not a meme coin though, okay? Because it allows the NFT financialization of the stakes and stuff and everything, okay? Now, if it does this though, whatever HEX does, Icosa does a 5x on that, which is big, 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 big. So if you're looking at a future, if you believe HEX does a 100x from here, all right, if you believe HEX does 100x from here, goes up to 70 cents for PHEX. If the Icosa ratio here, then Icosa did 300x. If it goes up here, it is 500x. Okay, so 300 to 500x if you get that. But that's if HEX can go back to those numbers. That's why this thing is leverage on that ecosystem. It is leverage on the ecosystem, and this is the ceiling. I think the ceiling is moving up over time. So it's beautiful to see these working. It's also amazing that Icosa, like, it's not like I haven't spoken about it for a while, and people just start smashing it up. It's like people, the market knows, the market's reacting to that. People understand it. Enough people understand. Remember, the liquidity on these things, friends, is so thin. They're so thin. Like, you don't need that many people to believe at the start to cause big price moves, and then everybody starts investigating. Now, I'm also going to show you the eHEX price chart as well. eHEX, friends, has not done as big as the other core coins, and it's around here, but man, it's all right. It's just hanging around. You never know, man. It might still, friends, it might still just do this rangy part, and you might have at some point, people just have this big, big flush up thing and it comes back down. It might do something like that. Now, why would that big flush up thing happen? Well, it could literally be, friends, and I'm not even joking, Richard Hart, return, beats corrupt SEC, starts streaming again, he's buying his coins, and people hear about, oh, Richard Hart's buying his coins. Remember Chinese whispers, man, it just goes up. People aren't going to know, oh, which are the specific coins? They're not going to know. They're going to just find it on 1 inch on Ethereum. They're going to go, oh, Richard Hart's HEX coin. There might be a narrative back. People get in. That's it. People get in. You might just have this flush up. Look how thin the liquidity is, you know? So it's very possible for you to see something like that. And the thing is down so much. So it doesn't take much to do it. The liquidity really is thin, friends. And I think it's only got like 500,000 liquidity on the offer or something. So if you want to make it do a 10x, you just got to insert 9.5 million, which is pretty much nothing. And you got to remember, right? See, this is something that even Richard, He hasn't thought of this. He probably doesn't care, but I'll tell everybody in the community now, the PulseChain, the baby, all the baby dolls. You know when Richard says hex, okay? When he says hex, he's talking about hex from PulseChain. What he doesn't know is, well, maybe he's going to know now, sending this video. What he should know is when he says hex, even if he says hex from PulseChain or PHEX or whatever, the 3 letters hex, the 500 million people in crypto out there in the world, when they hear hex, they think he's talking about eHEX. Even when he says hex from PulseChain, PHEX, when he says words like that, it's ingrained in, like he had, hex from Ethereum, friends, has a first mover advantage that you cannot replicate. You can't replicate the first mover. It's just like Bitcoin. It really is. It's like the first Bitcoin, right? You can't replicate the first mover advantage of Bitcoin. People's first crypto, the first Genesis creation. Yes, Richard's Genesis creation is hex there. And that Mindshare will never go away. Now, how does that translate to price stuff? I don't know exactly. But I'm just telling you, it might powder kick at the very, very end where he's just saying hex from PulseChain, hex from PulseChain, hex from PulseChain. And all everyone's hearing is hex, hex, hex. It's just brainwashing over and over and over again. And that's how you end up getting this mind share of hex from Ethereum. Okay, I know this sounds like, it sounds like some woo-woo magic, but you know it works, man. That's pretty much it. Friends, look what happens with Elon Musk. Elon Musk says a word, that's it. People go and buy that word. All right, that's exactly what happens. So Richard Hart's popular too, right? Richard Hart says a word, right? If he says hex, okay, there's a hex from PulseChain. Friends, big numbers, you got to know this. Shout out to Mr. Dipcatcher for reporting on this. Hex from PulseChain, I think it only has like a couple of 100 million stablecoins. Maybe like 300 or 400 million, okay? Ethereum mainnet has 69 billion with a B. It has, compare 400 million, so 0.4 billion, compare 0.4 to 69. Think about that difference. That's like, so Ethereum literally has 200 times more purchasing power on the chain ready to rotate. 200x. And it makes sense as well if you look at the market caps, by the way, because Ethereum is about 200x higher in circulating market cap compared to PulseChain. Isn't it funny how those numbers work? The ratio of the stable coins to everything works. So you got to think about this as well. There's 200. Imagine, friends, where do you want to go party? The club with one dude in there, sweaty armpits, hairy mustache, or do you want to party with 200 people? Let me tell you, okay, the 200 people, it's going to be more effective. But it doesn't mean, obviously, you're always trying to onboard them across, but you know how these things end up playing out with this mindshare stuff, people trading attention. I got to throw this into remind you, friends, as well. So this is very important, okay? So even though we're in the PulseChain ecosystem and we're looking for this green stuff, you got to remember 99% of influencers, they're not actually our friends, all right? They will press X to flush us. Flush him or spare him, okay? They will literally flush us, friends. Most of the time, they will flush us. They will only shill after green candles. Now, here's the thing. You only pay attention on green candles. That's the important part. However, they don't do this nice presentation of these big rectangle boxes that I draw. And I'm like, oh, discount zone, discount zone, discount zone. They don't draw that. And by the way, PulseChain ecosystem, I know it looks like a curse to be in here, but we're blessed that it's so cheap. We're blessed. The core coins are so cheap that the meme coin, the altcoins on there are also mega cheap. There's a high probability they're very, very, very cheap, friends. And that is a huge advantage. Why? It means your cost of buying into a green candle is significantly lower than the other alternative, which is your cost of buying big green candles on Solana chain, okay? So on these other chains, people are used for exit liquidity, all right, for the most part. Now, there is, of course, there's the same activity going on PulseChain with a lot of these meme coins. Look what happened in Pulse Latina. Very, very sad case as well. But you got to remember, I'm doing my best to provide high value, deep content. Okay, literally, we're always trying to fade the crowd. Fade the crowd. What's the crowd think? So, friends, the crowd literally has given, I'm not making this up, the crowd has given only a 1% survival rate for PulseChain community. 1%. They've given 1% for Hex. Maybe it's like 3% for Pulse. You know what I mean? But it's like literally terrible win rates, like survival rate. They've literally priced death into the ecosystem. That's what they priced in. So if they're wrong, imagine what a 1% probability of winning to like a 90% probability of winning does. That is enormous, friends. That is like the bookkeeper giving you $300 odds. No, it's actually, the real number is a bookkeeper gives you $100 odds that Donald Trump is going to win the presidency 3 years ago. $100 odds. They give you 100 to 1. You see what I mean? And it's look at the mayhem that's happened now. Now Donald Trump's like 70% odds to win. He's only paying like $1, whatever it's $1.30 or something. From $100 payment, now he's only paying $1.30 for every dollar invested. You see? So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for those odds to shift. That's why we're looking for stuff like such as active community. There's 70 streamers, 170 content creators. Like you can imagine, man, like just thinking about it from the perspective as well. A lot of people said, well, a lot of streamers are gone. There's only like your friend Somi, there's a few other people around. Yes, okay. But we're like crazy people. We're crazy people, all right? There's red candles and I can see the future, see the vision. We're still hustling for everyone, okay? Look how easy it is for people to shill green candles, friends. I mean, just look around you. Look what happens to meme coins, for example. Just imagine what's going to happen to PulseChain when you're seeing, for example, bigger and fatter green candles appear all over the place. It's going to be so easy for everyone to just be like, wow. Like imagine, man, this was Euphoria. Euphoria was freaking 50% above day one sack. So what's it going to look like up here? It'll be mentions everywhere, the bubbles, remember crypto banter bubbles, all these other things. So look, you can go to any other chain and participate. Friends, I'm on a lot of places, okay? I have many wallets, many places. I always check around. I'm always looking at stuff, experimenting stuff. Hey, throw $10 in here, throw $5 in here, go do whatever. I am experimenting on all these other things. Like, what's this Pendle thing and all these other stuff, okay? I am experimenting on them. I promise you, man, I'm looking around. I'm like, what do they see that I don't? What do they see that I don't? It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm like, then I'm asking, why does everyone think these are great? It's because of the circle jerk. That's why. When you have a group of people, mostly nerds, when you have a group of people telling you that this thing is good, and then you have a big name influencer or like mainstream channel who also gives you the thumbs up, it basically tells everybody that they're on the right path. You see? I'm not looking for that. And by the way, if you're looking for that, you're playing momentum, by definition, you are looking to buy high. By definition, okay? You don't make big returns in crypto by being a part of anything like that. You don't, on average. Especially, man, we're gonna face these headwinds of like diminishing gains and all this other stuff that might come to plague the industry, right? Which we've been diminishing every cycle, friends. We have 560 million people in crypto now. Okay, it's only 10x to onboard the rest of the world, 10x the user base. Yeah, it's 100x price growth, but we used to have 5 million in crypto. Now we have 560 million. You see? So what's the alternative though, friends? What's the alternative? Well, look at this guy, poor guy, Coinfessions, lowest of the lows right now. I've lost probably $50,000 since January in crypto thanks to Solana meme coins, listening to KOLs. I think this is probably it for me with crypto. So I interject in, I've said, look, the worst thing about Solana meme coins is not the price volatility. It's that 99.99% of them get abandoned instantly. Nobody there truly believes. It's Cheat City. Nobody gathers troops and stands tall. Yeah, man, that's what you get. You don't get that, man. That's why, look, friends, I'm here. We can see look at this. There are a lot of coins. Not all of them going to make it, but there's an opportunity here. I'm throwing it out here to you. Like, guys, we are trading attention spans. We are trading attention spans. Now, by the way, everything in life is an attention span. For example, when you're hungry, why do people go think of Macca's? They can literally eat anything. They can eat an apple. They can go eat something else. Why do they go think of McDonald's? Why, when they think of a burger, why do they go think of the Big Mac? Right? There's all these other branding in here. You see, when they're thirsty, why do they want a Coca-Cola? Why not just water? Why not some other drink? You see, it's the branding, man. That's network effect. That's Mindshare. That's branding. All right. Now we're doing the same thing in crypto. Now here's the thing. If someone comes and says to you, this is the greatest drink of all time, and you drink it's like blue lolly water, and then next week you say, hey, I'm thirsty. They're like, oh, this is the greatest drink of all time. Now it's a green lolly water. And then next week they say, this is the greatest drink of all time. They change it again. You're like, dude, you're telling me this greatest drink on earth is like different 3 weekends in a row. Yes, that's literally Solana land. That's literally Solana land. It's catering to people's the first new dopamine speculation, but the bang, the spike up, okay? But it's not good for you, man. It's not good for everyone. It's very PvP. We in this ecosystem, friends, remember it's descending personality traits from Richard Hart. Richard Hart, loyal guy, sticks to his guns, okay? Cult, C-U-L-T, cult. That's what it's coming down to, okay? So he's sticking to his guns, cult mentality. Cult mentality, friends, means I'm never leaving. You're going to have to kill me. That's what ultimate cult mentality is. And it's funny, it started in crypto. People thought that was like a bad thing. No. That is, friends, that's literally crypto. In crypto, look, friends, you can't think crypto's normal when we go down for 3 years in a row. That's 36 months of pain. Literally 36 months of disappointment and pain. And then there's like this 3 to 5 month period where everything goes parabolic. You can't think that's normal. That's not normal, friends. That's like a masochist or sadist. What is it? What is it, friends? What's one of those like the sex fetishes where they just keep kicking you in the nuts? You know what I mean? So that's literally it. All right. That's that dominatrix stuff. This is like the worst form of dominatrix. Like you're getting kicked in the nuts for 36 months in a row. Like lay off them, man. They're scrambled now. You see? So we want to at least have a perspective on what we're looking at here. And that's why everybody's taking their bets. Everybody's taking bets. And yeah, guess what? There's going to be somebody on a unicorn, on coins that you and I have never heard of. Why? They have information asymmetry, that they know someone's big's going to sponsor something. All right, sweet. Good luck to them. They're not telling me and you about it. I'm out here hustling for everyone. Here, highest value content, friends, helping everyone see around you. We're not really making stuff. We're just observing. Okay, we're observing. Like, oh, have you noticed how when we all stick together and we make a lot of noise and we make memes, we slowly onboard family and friends, even in red candles. Have you noticed that? And then have you noticed how when we keep making noise and stuff here and there, it motivates maybe people like me and everyone else to like make it easier to post memes. So for example, when you see stuff like this, friends, like look at this. This is my head on DickWifButt. I forgot who made it. Maybe it's the J Plus or maybe it's Mr. Durkey. Why did I post this? So it's funny, friends. This is what people don't know. Okay, I will see the picture first, and it will make me think of a post. All right. I'm not thinking of, oh, I want to shield this coin. No, I don't think like that. I saw this picture in the comment section. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is funny. He just blurred my head over it. Anyway, DickWifButt. Hey, look at my post. Get every altcoin you can get your hands on. DickWifButt on Pulsechain is just one, but you can grab any out there. You see that? So it's easy. Why? They're putting my head on stuff. They're putting my head on these things, friends. And I'm just being completely honest. It's making it so easy to participate in that. This is DWB, of course, bouncing up just with PLS ratio. The real ratio you want to look at, friends, of course, the PLS ratio, not against USD. So there it is right now. It's still on discount. You see the point? So yes, obviously, I don't want everyone just, hey, put some of these on everything. I don't know, man. Some of them are going to be funny. Yeah, some of them are going to be funny. Try your luck. But I'm just being honest and telling you, these memes and this sticky stuff, friends, it's interesting, right? So even a lot of like, maybe guys are maybe still a bit stuck in the closet and stuff here and there. I won't go there. But some guys out there still stuck in the closet. I've noticed they have a problem with DickWifButt, for example. And I'm like, bro, there's a lot of coins. Why do you not like that? Like we know you play with your willy all the time. We know you're doing all this stuff. You know, you're touching your willy twice a day. Why? Like, ew, I can't look at this thing on the internet. It looks like a Pokemon, man. It literally looks like a cute little Pokemon. And you can even type it on Twitter, for example. DWB. Oh, wow, this is funny. New from Mr. Durkey. See this, friends? See this? The helicopter hat with the green candles. The green candles. This is awesome from 2 hours ago. See, friends, now look at this. I want to copy this now. I want to copy this now and paste it. I've actually pasted it for you live. Look at this. See, friends, I'm actually going to make a post live for you and say, DWB is one of many altcoins on Pulsechain. Come and join the friendship. There are many things to discover. See that, friends? And I will now tag Durkey, thank you. And I will do a fist emoji, like, thank you. There you go. So you see me in live. See, friends, I just saw this picture. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Look at this. Look how funny it is. Red candles. No, they're shooting. That's actually really good. Look at that touch. Red candles. Oh, man, this is great. This is really, really good. All right, so I'll just go through. I like everything, friends. Also, you know, I like stuff. I don't even have the coins. I just like that person. Hey, he was funny last time. So you see, friends, the best part is we're in this whirlwind and it's creating positive energy. Like, you've all been there, man. Go to, look, Coinbase, yeah, they got a lot of customers. They don't have the meme spirit. They don't. They just have a lot of copycat spirit. It's just, I'm telling you, there's something magical going on here. And look, we are the believers because the prices are down. All right. Do you know how many people are going to be rushing in and calling all of us genius gods, believers, the chosen ones, if Pulse does like a 25x from here? And if Pulse PLS does a 25x, that means the altcoins on there have done either 25 up to 250x, from 25 to 250x from here. You see that? So if that happens, man, it's going to be like, oh, it's so obvious. But now I want you to think about this. Why is that so obvious? Because the price went up. Okay, let's reverse engineer it. So literally, if all I had to do was change the price on your computer screen from this price and make it print 30x higher, if that is all it would take for you to say, oh, it's actually amazing, and for you to realize all those people out there will think it's amazing. If all I had to do was change something on the screen to make the price go up, you've got yourself a winner, right? Not financial advice. I'm just telling you, you've got yourself deep value, contrarian, undervalued stuff. Deeply, deeply undervalued. You do, because you know, like, wait a minute, if all I had to do was print a green candle, and now suddenly, okay, everybody's opened their eyes, you're on the winning ticket. You're on the winning ticket. So for example, friends, there are scam coins. Let's say, for example, whatever, any scam coin that goes down, if they go up like 30x, okay, I know it's very hard to think about, but you think, oh no, but I never had any signs to like get into that thing. If it just printed up 30x from today, you really got to think about it. All right, everybody in the world gonna really open their eyes. Oh, there's great things going on here. No, most of the times, no. The scam is still a scam, or a rug is still a rug, or it's still abandoned. Okay, so something that's been like totally abandoned, for example. All right, so I hope you have this perspective. It helps you figure out if what you are doing is on the right path. It's when you start to think like, wait a minute, everything going around here, if the price was just up X amount, people think I'm a genius. But why don't they think I'm a genius now? Because the price isn't up. And that's what you're saying. The price isn't up yet. You're trying to forecast that future speculative demand. That's what we're here to do. So PulseChain, obviously big things to come, friends. I'm going to make more posts later on about how high these things can go. It's going to take a while, man. This is going to take some green monthly candles, green weekly candles to please reverse. I even put on the monthly. See this? That's all it is, one green monthly candle. You can see already, everyone's calling for 100x, by the way. Just to let you know, everybody's calling for 100x. We'll see. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.